followers of Brooklyn for coming. My name is Matt Cowherd, and I'm the president of New Kings Democrats. We are a grassroots political organization committed to bringing accountability, transparency, and democracy to the Kings County Democratic Party. In the last 2 years, we have helped to run dozens of political candidates for party office because they believe Brooklyn deserves better. We believe that in this great borough, the Democratic Party can be a tremendous force for good in our communities. We believe that the Democratic Party can be a training ground for new leaders who are committed to making Brooklyn a better place to live. And we believe that the Democratic Party can be a shining example to the country of what a progressive organization can accomplish when it is focused on others instead of the cynical pursuit of political power. It's my pleasure to introduce our first speaker, one of the most thoughtful men I know, someone who's taken the time to do the hard work of coming up with solutions for the problems that face our communities. A man who has worked tirelessly to realize the dream of a better Brooklyn, candidate for district leader in the 50th Assembly District, currently leading by 85 votes. Let's welcome Lincoln Bressler.
My name is Lincoln Bressler. I grew up just blocks from here, went to school down the street. The corruption, cronyism, and the patronage that still pervade our Brooklyn Democratic Party must stop. We will not tolerate. 3 of the last 4 leaders of the Brooklyn Democratic Party have been indicted on charges of corruption, and boss Vito Lopez is sure to find a similar fate. But this is a day of hope and promise. A reform movement is brewing in Brooklyn. Grassroots activists are taking ownership of our politics. Our demands are clear. The 5 unelected at-large members of the state committee those positions must be eliminated. That's right. Our Democratic state committee members' voice is diminished by these unelected, appointed, at-large Vito Lopez cronies. We will not tolerate it. The Brooklyn Democratic Party County Committee meetings must be open to the public and the press. We believe in a Brooklyn Democratic Party that is vibrant, that is active, that is thriving, that is representative of our borough, and we all have a voice that must be heard. Vito Lopez operates as a one-man democracy, a dictatorial democracy, and his proxy votes, where he walks into the room 60 yards away, 700 proxies, as the one man who controls the show. This process must stop. The proxy votes must end. And we believe, finally, that the Brooklyn Democratic Party County Committee must meet regularly. At the very least, we demand 2 meetings a year. The committees of the county committee must be activated. We need a Brooklyn Democratic Party that is fighting for us, that is a voice for us, and today is a moment for change. Before I pass this on to our next speaker, I need to give some love to my true partner in crime. Kate Zider, wherever she is, one of the most amazing activists that you will ever come across. And she will not be serving on the state committee this year, but she'll be back, and we're all there for her. It is my great honor to introduce to you Chris Owens. There is no more dynamic leader in the Borough of Kings, and he will be a fighter on our state.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. It is an honor to stand before this group that represents the diversity of Brooklyn, this group that represents so many of the county committee members who may or may not have submitted their proxies to our county leader. We send a message out to all of you who are watching and listening today. Take heart. You do not have to submit your voting power to somebody else. Come out and vote yourselves. Come out and be there with us when we direct the new Democratic Party, the party that we were trying to revitalize when we went out and worked for President Obama, the party that we were trying to revitalize when we fought in the streets in every one of these primaries, come out and be a part of that new Democratic Party, not the party of the back rooms behind the scenes, but the party of the streets. People are not becoming Democrats today, not because we are offering them things, because we're not offering them a vision. We're not offering them a grand plan. Time after time, and I'm a little bit older, I may not look it, but I'm a little bit older than some of the people behind me. Time after time, we have taken on county leaders and county folks, county elected officials who do not get it. If you do not stand for the people who support you when they vote and those who are not voting but want to vote, if you don't stand for them, they'll never vote for you. We have to be the party that stands for them. So there are two issues today that we must address. One, we need a party that's worth fighting for, and that's why we're here, because we believe the Democratic Party was fighting for it. Two, we believe that the current county leader, who has a series of problems, ethical and legal, that he's going to have to deal with, needs to open up the process now so that at a minimum, his legacy will contain some degree of opening up the process, because there won't be much other legacy left. Thank you very much. Let me introduce to you my co-leader in the 52nd Assembly District. I'm the newly elected state committee member, the person who is the veteran in our district, who's been doing this, putting up the fight for years against veto and prior to that as well. My co-leader, Joanne Simon.
Thank you very much. As Chris said, I'm Joanne Simon. I'm the female district leader in the 52nd Assembly District. And I want to thank all of you who have been sending me so many messages of congratulations and thanking me, among other things, for keeping faith with you, with the members of the Democratic Party. That is something that has been lacking with the current leadership, is that there is no faith that is kept with the members of the Democratic Party. That has to stop. We talk about including the public, and I have to say this county leader doesn't include the Democratic leaders. I'm still waiting for a financial report. We were promised monthly we would get them. We got nothing. We can go online every 6 months, but when you've got somebody who's supposed to function as your board of directors and you shut them out, we don't have a party that is, sorry, I'm watching Kirby's faces here, then our party isn't truly representative, because the district leaders can't even adequately represent the people that they were elected to serve. So I'm calling, along with my allies here, for openness in the Democratic Party. I'm calling for transparency within the leadership as well as within the membership. And I'm calling for us to have adequate access to the information that we need to be able to lead the Democratic Party forward in the borough of Brooklyn. We are the largest Democratic Party in the country, and you'd never know it because we're not effective because we're so fractured. And I'm going to be working for the next 2 years with my co-leaders throughout the borough of Brooklyn to make sure that we come together and restore to Brooklynites the democratic values that we all believe in. So I thank you very, very much, and I know we're going